Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Garden Turns. I notice I always go when I start the video. It's like a habit. I don't know why I do that, but I'm trying to be a little bit quiet because my husband is sleeping and we're home. It's Sunday. We had a pretty busy day today, so my husband went and did his run that he normally does in the morning now since he's training, he says. And then we went to Cahokia Mounds, which has Monk Mound there. It's the biggest native mound still left in the area, and we went there and did that. And so we've had a long Sunday. Then I stopped at on the hill in St. Louis because I was supposed to be meeting one of my followers, and we saw a bike race. So my husband came in and he's pretty tired. What is this? Oh, he's pretty tired, and so I'm letting him sleep while I make the rest of our dinner. Okay, so if you clicked on this video, you clicked so that you can learn to make a German chocolate loaf cake. Okay, so we're gonna be doing the chocolate cake from scratch, and then we're gonna make some of that nice coconut pecan frosting that goes on the top also from scratch. And that is what we're gonna be doing in this video. But before we can get any of that started, you're gonna need to melt 1 stick of butter. You're gonna need 2 sticks of butter. Here's 1. Okay, and then you also want to add a German chocolate bar. Let me show you the pack that this came from. And they sell these at your local store, Baker's Chocolate, and this is German sweet chocolate. So I'm going to open up my bar here, and I'm going to break this up into my butter, and then I'm going to melt this in the microwave in intervals of 30 seconds. Make sure we don't put aluminum in there because it will spark in your microwave. So I'm going to break that up. And then I'm going to melt this. And then also, I have a pan here lined with some parchment paper. And you need about 1 cup of pecans. And that's what's in this bag here. You want to go ahead and put that in. Put that on your pan. And we're going to put it in the oven. The oven is preheated to 350 degrees. I'm just going to put these in there for about 7 minutes. Something like that. Just to get them a little bit toasted. And then we're going to put together the cake. Okay, so here's our chocolate and butter. So you want to just stir this, and it looks like it got hot enough in those 30 seconds the butter did to melt the rest of this chocolate. So okay. I can see 2 little chunks left in there, so I'm gonna get those mixed in, and then we're gonna put together our cake mix. Okay, so we're gonna add our wet ingredients. So let's move our eggs here. So let's add our other stick of butter here. You're gonna need 3 room temp eggs, and your butter should be room temp and soft. All right, 1 cup of sugar. And then you want to mix all of this together, cream this together well. Okay, next you want to add your butter and chocolate mixture here. All right, let's blend this. All right, so you want to add a teaspoon of vanilla. One cup of cake flour. You need need, let's see here, 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And we need, let's see, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. All right, now you want to sift this in. All right, let's blend this together. All right, so you also need a 1/4 cup of buttermilk. Mix this in. All right, let's scrape our bowl. Okay, let's get our pan. And I want to spray my loaf pan. Add your batter. And I have my oven preheated to 350. I'm gonna get this in my oven for about 1 hour and 20 minutes. And then we're gonna work on the homemade coconut pecan German chocolate frosting. So my mom used to make German chocolate cakes when we were kids. But the thing with her German chocolate, she made hers from box mix, okay? So I wanted to do a nod to my mom again today, but I'm doing this from scratch. So she's gonna see this video because she loves watching these videos. So yeah, this is another entire meal dedicated to my mother. Okay, so this is going to go into the oven. And let's start that coconut pecan icing. Okay, so now we're gonna make the coconut pecan icing. You're gonna need 3 egg yolks. Put them directly into your pot there. You can see I have one that went right through my tool here. You just need one more. Okay. 1 cup of brown sugar. That was my light. And 1 cup of evaporated milk. Whisk this together. Let me grab my vanilla and go ahead and add that now as well. You need a teaspoon of vanilla. All right, now you want to whisk this together, and then we're going to heat this over a medium heat until this starts to thicken and come together and sort of resemble a caramel. And then we're going to add our toasted pecans, which are out of the oven, and our coconut. So let me get this melting on the stove, get this heated up so we can make our icing. All right, as you can see, I'm heating this icing. So you want to keep this going, moving, because remember you have egg yolk in here. You don't want them to curdle. So you have to continuously whisk. And this should be about 10 minutes. You'll notice it starts to thicken up. So I'm going to be standing here whisking for a little bit. Okay, so here is our caramel. So now I'm going to add my pecans. 1 cup of pecans or pecans. And then you need 1 1/3 cup of coconut flakes. So this is 1. Thinking here, let me take this out. Okay, I can see the resemblance of the German chocolate icing. And then you mix this together. Can you see that? Oh wow, that's cool. So I'm gonna let this cool, and as it cools, it should thicken. But this is our homemade German chocolate icing for our German chocolate loaf cake. Really simple recipe. Let me tell you what it is. One more again. 1 cup of evaporated milk, 1 cup of brown sugar, 3 egg yolks, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. You just let that come to a nice boil, simmer on the stove, continuously whisking. And then you toast your pecans, add your coconut, and voila, you have German chocolate icing. All right, let me do it closer. And all I'm waiting on now is for my cake to come out. What? Okay, so my German chocolate loaf cake is out of the oven. I already put this through, and it comes out clean, as you can see. So, do it again. All right, I'm gonna let this cool, and then we're gonna ice it with our homemade coconut pecan German chocolate cake icing. Okay, so we're gonna get my cake here out of the pan, just to make sure. I'm gonna run the knife around the edges. Free that up. Okay. All right, y'all. It came right out. I'm gonna flip it back over. Okay. Now I got my icing here. Hey, Max. Max came in to say hello. Hey, man. And then I'm going to put on my icing. So I'm just going to put my icing on top. A nice layer of it. That looks good. Wow, I actually made my own pecan coconut. You know what? I used to eat this stuff. My mother would buy this icing, and she would keep it in the cabinet in the kitchen. But she rarely made German chocolate cakes. Like, she made a couple of them, but she always would find like the icing on clearance, right? And she would keep it in the cabinet in the kitchen. And I would go in and eat this by the jar, by the pack. I would just get it out and eat it. I would with a spoon. This was like my favorite icing. That's a good looking cake. And I got icing left. We didn't need all that. Now you can cut this down the middle if you want and spread on a layer down the middle, but I'm not going to do all that. I think this is good like this. I'm going to let this set, and then once my husband wakes up, because it's been a minute, I am going to cut this delicious homemade, 100% homemade German chocolate loaf cake with caramel pecan coconut icing. What? Look at this cake. Oh yeah. So I'll be right back to cut it once my husband wakes up anyway. Okay. All right. So we're going to pull these cantaloupes because the vine is dying back here. Yeah. And we got 2 of them. So we have this passion melon here before the squirrels come and get it. That's one. You can hear it's like nice and then here's the other melon. Because the vine is pretty much dead.
Yeah, these, I think they're pretty much done.
So we got these 2 melons that I grew. All right, so that we grew. I say we grew these. So I'm going to take these in, and then we probably going to be cutting these up later. Join us when we cut them up. All right.
Hey, guys. German chocolate cake. I'm going to cut it.
Homemade. Hey, Max. How you doing, sweetie? You can't have cake like this, sweetheart. They look moist. That look good.
Yeah, that look good and moist.
Oh my goodness.
Decadent.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, so this is literally my original recipe. Let's go ahead. You got to try a little piece. People said they want to start seeing you taste dinner. Okay, look at that. Okay.
Oh, I just need some milk. I gotta grab some milk. You learn you're a good baker. That's good.
Wow. Okay. Let me just get a little more. Oh. Make this German chocolate loaf cake. It is delicious. Homemade ice and everything. This is a good cake.
Wash it down with some okra water.
Oh, Lord. No, I'm not doing it. I know I wouldn't be able to handle it. Okay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make this German chocolate cake. Okay, so I'm going to serve up dinner. I'm going to put some of my macaroni and cheese down, my Gouda and sharp cheddar mac and cheese. You see it's creamy. All right. Then I have kale with onions and spinach and bacon. No, not spinach. Kale with bacon and onions. I don't know what's wrong. And then we have our nice pot roast with the mushrooms and onion and bell pepper and the gravy. And then I'm gonna put some extra gravy. And I like a little bit of gravy on my mac and cheese as well. All right, y'all. So this is what we are having for dinner tonight. We have our pot roast that my mom used to make, macaroni and cheese, Gouda and sharp cheddar, and kale with onions and bacon. This is what we having for dinner tonight, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe.